My name is Gary Kaplan. I'm the president of our construction business at Catlin. We started out from scratch about 8 years ago with zero premium, and we've written about $3 billion in the last 8 years. I think it was about 8 months ago that I first met you, actually in this very office, and was blown away actually in the first 10 minutes. So I had been working on a project for Catlin as part of our leadership council, trying to get the company better at continuous improvement. Someone introduced me to Steve. I thought, wow, this is really interesting what he showed me. Literally was in the first 10 minutes. I says, we have to hire this guy because the company needs somebody like this to help us become more effective and more efficient with how we use our time. I like the way that you caught my attention right away, showing me some of the interesting tricks that you could do using software that was already on the computer. It was kind of a sad, it was kind of sad to understand how little anybody had spent training me on how to use that software. I was trying to think back at the last time that anybody spent any time teaching me what was included in any of the updates from Microsoft or whoever. And you showed me a couple of quick tricks, and one of them with the calendar put in the email. Just I thought, man, I've been wasting a lot of time doing that the hard way. Yeah, I thought that your handouts were fabulous because a lot of people struggle with instructions on how to use software. The way you do the cut and paste of the pictures along with the words makes it very easy to implement the stuff you showed us during training. Our CEO, I think it was about 3 years ago, had added continuous improvement to one of the really important corporate initiatives. I was on a subcommittee of managing directors trying to figure out how we would get more attention and more focus on continuous improvement. When you showed me that you could save the average employee about an hour a day just managing their email and how they work in their email, I thought, okay, take an hour a day by every employee in the company. That's probably going to be the most impactful thing we could do right away for continuous improvement. I spent a half hour with you going over the material, and we right then and there decided to do a pilot. We had a team of about 15 in Chicago. Steve came down 3 different times, 3 one-hour sessions. I watched people's mouths open up as they saw what he was showing them, and the frustration in their faces with not knowing what they should have been knowing about how to manage their email and how to manage their time. It was very impactful pilot, which we then built off of, and I don't know how many people we've trained now, but it's quite a few. Yeah, well, everybody that's been through the training remembers it because it is kind of an interesting experience to realize how much time you've been wasting for the last X number of years. For me, it's 39 years. But we actually had you come and talk to our customers at our customer council meeting, which I thought was really eye-opening for them, for us to share this hidden gem of potential that exists in all of us that work on computers all day long. And I actually talk about the training with everybody that I meet almost every week when I'm out there, and hopefully have opened the door for more opportunities for them to stop wasting time basically and get control over what is becoming an important part of all of our lives, which is the time, whether it's the smartphone or the laptop or the tablet. The opportunity to do that work is there all the time and everywhere, so why not get the most out of it and do it in the most efficient way possible. One thing you mentioned in the early training, and I didn't feel it at that time because I hadn't experienced changing the way I organize my email, but it makes you feel better. At the end of the day, you just feel like you've got a handle on everything. The email flowing into your inboxes is not controlling your lives, you're controlling your life. It makes you just feel better that you've you know what's in there, you know what you got to work on, and you're doing it as efficiently as possible. So I think that is probably, you could clearly save me a couple hours a day, working an email. But I also feel like I'm 100% on top of everything that's coming in, as well as what I've asked from people managing kind of the follow-up training. I thought was really good. And then the thing that probably was the biggest time waster for me was the searching features. How do you find emails that you want to get a hold of, and the folders that you have them, and how do you find documents? I thought the search training was really, really good. Well, I'm kind of a project-focused guy anyway, so I've written a bunch of articles about project-focused leadership. So I always jump right into a pilot, into a project. I knew it was going to be good, but I wanted to see other people's reactions. Not everybody is the same when it comes to the level of organization that they have with their email and all. So I thought we'd try. I had a group in Chicago that we called the Future Focus Team, and this felt like the perfect thing to bring to them to see what they thought, and whether we could, help them get more time in their day to be innovative. That's what the Future Focus Team's about. It's trying to get away from being lost in that day-to-day activity, get some free time so you can think creatively, come up with ideas, and then act upon them. So this was I thought was a great way of freeing up people's time so they could do that. I thought the way you did it was really good. The 3 1-hour sessions to me was perfect. It was the perfect amount of time to spend with people. And then I think most of the people that went through the training appreciated the 15-minute one-on-one follow-up. So if they had questions they were embarrassed not to say in front of the bigger group, they could do that with you one-on-one. So I thought that was good. I've been recommending you every day for the last 6 months, so very likely, very likely.